Well, of course, Moonshot AI has really upended a lot of assumptions about Chinese AI model capabilities. The assumptions that they were not nearly as powerful as the American large language models like those from OpenAI and Anthropic. And it's really garnered the attention, of course, of U.S. officials. And this is now a second White House official after Scott Bessent, the U.S. Treasury Secretary, yesterday raised allegations without naming Moonshot, but essentially alleging that some of these Chinese models have the digital watermarks of American large language models like Anthropic and OpenAI in their models. So have they caught up because of using improperly through artificial distillation, essentially getting trained by those American models and then rolling out products like Moonshot's, as you just mentioned, the Kimi K3, that is more efficient and essentially uses less computing power to operate. So again, it raises the question about if this was done illegally and in a violation of those export controls. This is what the director of the White House Office of Science and Technology, as you're seeing, Michael Kratsios, he is saying that Moonshot allegedly acquired GB300 equipped servers from Nvidia, not from Nvidia, but those are Nvidia Blackwell servers, and has accessed GB300s in Thailand, likely to train its AI models. Kratsios went on to say that Moonshot allegedly, again, developed a sophisticated internal platform to conduct large-scale distillation against U.S. models. So again, if this is the case, or, the allegation, this investigation is ongoing according to the information. It is reporting that the U.S. Bureau of Industry and Security under the Commerce Department is formally now investigating whether Chinese models accessed advanced U.S. AI chips. So it's not only the chips, it's the servers, and it's apparently through, now this is again allegedly, through this distillation process, apparently accessing the proprietary models, way of doing it.
Yeah.
As you say, Steve, they're emphasizing a lot of allegations going on. We're yet really to see sort of substantive evidence. And as you sort of said, some analysts pointing out that the timelines here mean this would be quite difficult for it to work out. Nonetheless, AI has been a very important point for both the Chinese and the US side. It has been one area where they are trying to avoid any more friction. So I'm curious at what you think these allegations are going to do when it comes to finding common ground between China and the US. How are they going to undermine or overshadow the work that they're doing?
Well, I think you used the word. It's going to add friction on this front, because even the Chinese in the last 24 hours have come out and said they are willing to have that dialogue that was reported yesterday to continue this, I guess, consensus that Xi Jinping and Donald Trump reached when Trump went to Beijing in May. Now, we don't really have a lot of the details of what the Xi-Trump consensus on AI entails, whether it's, co-governance, whether there are fair rules of play, whether it's how it's going to be managed in the militaries. There's still a lot to talk about. Now, the news yesterday was that Reuters was reporting that the two sides will commence a dialogue ahead of Xi and Trump meeting again. Right now, as Marco Rubio said yesterday, it's on track for September 24th in Washington. But these allegations, now that not only, the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy, also the U.S. Bureau of Industry and Security and Treasury Department with Scott Bessent, all sort of laying out claims or the reasons to do these investigations into China's AI models does add a level of friction, and whether that does potentially derail any goodwill on what should have been or could have been, and both leaders expected to be sort of a low-hanging fruit in this relationship, it could actually throw a monkey wrench into that.